Welcome to the Inside Show, and you are online with Talk with Joan. So yes, Talk with Joan Thursdays, and this morning we have a beautiful line up here. We are full of modeling here in the studio, and I am so excited to have these beautiful ladies here with me this morning, and that is why you see I'm wearing my sweater that says "Yay, Talk with Joan." So yeah, and I am so happy to have you online, and if you did not subscribe as yet, please subscribe, hit that bell, and you will always know what we're up to in the Inside Show, on the Inside Show. So yes, without wasting any time, because we have quite a full program, due to the fact that we have 4 models here with one coach, and I want to ask them a little bit about our topic this morning, that is Christianity in the modeling industry. So I believe that there are so many things that we are not aware of, and there are so many things that we actually take for granted, and also have some sort of absurd ideas, you know what I'm saying, that we don't actually know what the industry is all about. And this is just to clear all those naysayers out there, yes. That a Christian can't be a model. Yes. And we're gonna tackle this thing, right? Yes. So yes, without wasting any time, I would really love the girls to introduce themselves, and I'm gonna start off with Siphokazi Sithole.
Yes. So hi everyone, I'm Siphokazi Sithole. I'm currently Miss Teen Universe South Africa Finalist 2020, which will be held in Durban on the 19th and 18th. Yes, thank you.
18th and 19th of?
March.
Of March, okay. Thank you.
Oh, good morning, everybody. My name is Kirsten Constance. I am a full-time professional fashion model at Sync Model Management, and I study IT with Cisco Networking Academy.
Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I am Jade-Mine Vorster. I am a model, a dancer, and also an actress. I am currently studying at the University of Johannesburg, and I will be pursuing my BA in Fine Arts in the New York Film Academy.
Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Gillian Malgas, and I'm a model too. I currently work in Dubai, but unfortunately because of COVID, I'm at home. So I'm studying to be a cabin crew, and that's what I'm doing at the moment.
Right.
Oh, am I also part of the
Yes,
girls?
if you can introduce yourselves there.
Hi everybody, I'm Samantha Carelse. I am a coach, a head coach for Vogue Catwalk Models Randfontein, and the owner. And currently I am pregnant, but that's almost over. And I'm a coach. I've got private coaching that I'm doing, and that's it.
Right, so let us give them a round of applause there. Yay. Welcome to these beautiful young ladies here with us, and also Coach Samantha. Thank you, beloved. We find different modeling industries like Boss Models. We find GAPA Model Agency. We find Faces for Africa Models and Production. This is but to name a few, right? The D&A Model Management. We find 3D Model Management, etc. So that is just a few that we find in South Africa at the moment. So I find that many Christians quote Romans 12 verse 1 and 2 that says, "Therefore I urge you, in view of God's mercy, to offer your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and pleasing to God." Yes, and the scripture says this is your spiritual act of worship. So it goes on further where Paul says, "Do not conform any longer to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind." So there are some sad realities that we find in the modeling industries, and we find that a lot of Christians says that there are something very wrong when a Christian girl takes modeling as a career. So today we want to just straighten out that myth, because to me it's a myth, because there's a lot of Christians out there. There are even Christian modeling agencies, you know what I'm saying, who only take Christian girls. And it is also said that a lot of Christian girls, when they model, all that people see, if you say you are a model, I don't know about you guys, so you can just step in there, right? So we just want to actually tell you guys that these ladies will explain to you, right, what the industry is all about as Christian girls. Because these are beautiful young girls, and I see the future ahead as beautiful and strong for them. I would like to go to Siphokazi. If you can just tell me a little bit. You entered Miss Teen SA, Universe SA. Wow, girlfriend. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
The sky's the limit, right?
Yes,
actually, you go beyond that. Okay.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit, why did you choose to enter for Miss Teen?
Okay, the reason why I want and chose to enter for Miss Teen is because of it gives you like a big platform to go out and learn the children what you want to learn them, like the years.
Okay, so children in form. So you want to actually become a coach there for you?
No, I want to be a social worker. So now this gives me a platform to go out and tell the children in my community that this everything that you want to be, you can do it if only you believe in yourself and you have the God confidence.
Amen. Because it's all about confidence, right?
Yes.
I know when I started off with Remarkable Women, I actually opened up a passion for the ladies, because I found that there were a lot of these women who wanted to go into the modeling industry and never got the chance to do that because of the stigma that is around this issue of Christians can't be models. Therefore, I saw the need in our communities. You know what I'm saying? As Miss Sithole says, there's a great need that is actually in our communities where people lack self-confidence. Yes. And I think when you take that stage, sometimes you don't feel like it, right? Yeah. Sometimes you feel like, whoa, will I be ever able to do this? Yeah. But with all those butterflies and whatever, if the stage is set, no man.
You walk it off.
You walk it off, right? So I want actually, before I come to Kirsten, I want Jade to tell me a little bit about her journey, and then we will ask Jill to tell us a little bit about your journey.
Okay, thank you for having me this morning. I'm so honored to be on your show, Auntie Joan. First and foremost, I'd just like to say that there's a lot of misconception about modeling.
Very true.
And I feel as though that the industry has changed and evolved over time, and Christianity and people from different religions has been able to go into the industry and portray themselves as human beings, first of all. And I feel as though when people see modeling and people and girls who model, they think of us as an object, as a mannequin. And whenever we do swimsuits or we do revealing clothing, it's seen as sort of like a lust object. And we are seen to do lustful things. But it's not like that. It's a misconception. We are basically worshiping God by using our bodies to portray that what He has given other people to do. Like fashion designers, we model their clothes in order to show the capability that they have.
Absolutely.
And it's just been such an honor to do modeling. First of all, I started modeling back in primary school.
Wow.
I started modeling back in primary school. I was not very confident in who I was and how I looked. My self-confidence was very, very low. And I was bullied a lot. So I decided, you know what, let me do something that gives me confidence.
Absolutely.
Let me do something that allows me to lift up my head and walk up tall. And I decided to do modeling. And it wasn't easy. I took a lot of L's. Samantha can witness this for me. I took a lot of L's. I lost so many competitions, but I never gave up. I never gave up. I consistently went. And in 2016, when I got the title of Miss Toekoms's Dare to Care, which was the title for someone who cares about the community and someone who's there for people in the community, someone who's there to basically usher and foster people into the light and about what's going on in the world, in the community, and everything around us. When I got that title, things drastically changed for me.
Wow.
I started winning so many competitions, and I had the opportunity to go to Miss Johannesburg SA, Teen SA. And at that competition, I was scouted by an international arts scout.
Wow.
Her name is Kim Myers, and she is the scouts for the International Art Talent Showcase. And from there, I got signed by Just You South Africa, which is now 33andMe Models. And I went to New York. I went to New York, and I participated in the Arts International Showcase. And I got a lot of callbacks. I was able to see different agencies, directors, models, so many people in the industry. And I realized that if I hadn't given up on myself.
Yes.
So I just...
you would have never had the opportunity to even see New York or even go there, even experience anything else in modeling.
Definitely. I took a conscious decision. I cemented myself and I took up space, and I decided that I am going to go forward with life and I'm going to believe in myself. And from being in New York, I had the privilege to go into the New York Film Academy. I attended a few workshops at the New York Film Academy. I made a few friends at the New York Film Academy. And just a year later, I got a call from the New York Film Academy saying that they want me to come back, they want me to attend classes and all of that.
Yes, all things are possible if you believe. Yes,
definitely. And it really worked on my self-confidence and everything that I had to do. I had to cement myself. I had to, be conscious and aware of myself as a human being, first of all, and as a Christian child of God. I had to believe in myself, and I had to believe that God gave me something inside of me, and I should just portray it and give it out to the world. And from there, I started showing people that I could also do acting, because acting is also what I do. I do acting in school, and I after after getting a few awards at school, because I'm a drama student at school, after getting a few awards at my school, my agency then decided to organize a meeting with the people at the New York Film Academy, because they had decided, you're going to come back, but you're not only going to come back for a 4-week program or 8-week program. Let's see if you can come back for 3 years to study
scholarship.
there. It's like a scholarship.
Yo.
And I got an interview with them. They interviewed me. I did a few poems and a few monologues, and it was amazing. It was definitely amazing.
Awesome.
And on that spot, they gave me a scholarship, and they awarded me. They awarded me with $500 discount from my initial tuition.
Yo!
So I'm very grateful for that.
Thank God.
And just a year before that, I am a part of a dance company.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, you haven't seen this girl dance. When she dances, my toes tickles. It just wants to move.
I am a part of a dance company. I'm currently not dancing. I'm a freelance dancer, but I'm not. I used to be at the studio, and I had the privilege of going to Germany to represent South Africa.
Yes.
And we got 4th place for our crew.
Yeah.
And our single dancers, which is called Algorithm, they got 1st place. So I'm very privileged, and I'm honored to be a part of such an association where we were able to represent South Africa.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I'm just grateful to represent my country.
Yeah, I remember I watched that every day.
Oh, yes.
Hey, Jade, what are you doing today? Hey, and the calls were just coming constantly. But it was a very good journey for you.
Definitely.
Yeah, you have a lot of potential, and I can just tell you that, you know what, the world's your oyster.
Yes.
You go out there and do what God wants you to do, and it's not the opinion of men that counts. It's the opinion of God about you.
Amen.
So yes, Joel, let's go over to you.
Thank you for having me, Auntie Jo. So basically, my journey started off when my cousin was in primary school. Well, I was also in primary school, and that's when we met Sam, and we found out that we're actually family. So we signed her up for Miss Toekomsrus, and then Sam was like, what about you? And I'm like, no.
That's not for me.
No, it's not. Modeling, talking, no, that is not for me. And so I tried it out, and it worked out well for me. It helped me with my self-esteem. As Jade said, it's not always easy to get on that stage, but once you get on there, you walk it off and you forget about everything else. And I started doing modeling because I have a passion for the youth, and I believe whatever you put your mind to, you can achieve.
Yes, absolutely.
So then, because with modeling, we work with a lot of youth, a lot of young ladies, and in our community, majority is drugs, teenage pregnancies. So I basically use this platform to show them that there's more to life than drugs or teenage pregnancy. And then I went to New York I also got scouted at Miss Johannesburg, as Jade gave you guys a small brief of the arts. And I also got signed with Just You, which is 33andMe now. And then in 2016, I went to America, and I only took part in the modeling because I'm not as flexible as Jade, so I only took part in the modeling. And then I got scouted by a few agents, but unfortunately, I couldn't sign with them because I was doing my final year of hospitality.
Oh, okay.
And then I came back to South Africa. I finished my studies, but it all worked in favor because I believe God has plans for us.
Absolutely,
and He places us in... Everything happens for a reason. So I couldn't sign with those agents that side because God needed me in the hospitality industry. And once I finished my course, I got a job in Dubai, a contract for 3 years, and I was working in an Arab country, which is totally different from what we used to. You know, we have to follow Muslim rules. We can't just go to church when we want to.
Okay.
And I believe God placed me there because there was few people that I had to touch and maybe just change their lives in some sort of way. And I'm very grateful. I planted a seed, and I didn't at first I doubted myself, but then I'm like, why should I doubt myself if I'm living, if I serve a living God?
Yes.
So I worked in Dubai on the QE2, the Queen Elizabeth II ship, as a hostess, and I worked my way up. I worked as a bartender, as a waitress, and I even went into becoming a supervisor. And then I left Dubai in 2019 and I got a job in Seychelles. So I got a chance to live in this paradise of an island. And then because due to COVID, I came home and I went for my cabin crew license, and now I'm a qualified cabin crew, and I'm just waiting
Wow,
and
awesome.
trusting God to make a way for the aviation so that I can get on the plane and travel the world, because I have a passion for people.
Oh, awesome.
Meeting people, getting to know their culture, and I don't do it for myself, I do it for everyone in my community, because
Show them that it's possible.
Don't dream too small.
Yes, dream big.
Yes, dream big. Don't let anyone tell you that no, your dreams are too big and you can't achieve.
Actually started off with Sam, am I right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I have Sam in the studio before I come to Kirsten, because Kirsten is not under. So I want to get done with the situation of
Sam.
You will tell us what is your industry's name or your agency's name or whatever you in. So if you can just tell us and fill us in a little.
Pastor, I'm not an agency as such.
Okay.
What I do is I groom girls. So
Right.
we are a pageant and modeling academy, basically. So what we do is we focus on the pageantry side. The girls that win titles will then give back to the community. So what I do is I find a Jade and a Jill that loses confidence, or that's been bullied, or that's been through society in a bad way, if I can put it that way. And I pick them up and
Okay.
I fix it. And I push them back to the world, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So that's what I do. I teach them how to speak. I teach them how to walk. I teach them how to be themselves, you know. And also the important thing, what they said, is the self-confidence. That's my main focus. Whether you become Miss World or Miss Joburg or
There's
whoever.
there's a buzz, a terrible buzz in our ears at the moment, and it's going on and off. Sorry about that, guys.
Are we good?
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can carry on, Sam.
So that's what I do, Auntie John. My focus point is getting that confidence back,
Yes.
and building these girls into
Yes.
them believing that they will be greater.
Absolutely.
You know, if you listen to Jade's story and Jill's story, it ended up in two opposite directions, and yet these girls still have this confidence that they can conquer the world. And that's what I'm aiming for. You know, in Toekomsrus, like Jill said, it's the girls have lost all confidence, so they're just falling and doing what you know what
and
I'm saying.
especially our children, right?
Yes.
Especially under the black and colored
coloured
communities.
yes.
Our children feel that they're worthless,
Exactly.
because of circumstances, because of the poverty that is in our communities. And that is why I really salute you, and I thank God for someone like you.
Thank you,
who works tirelessly to see something come from someone else's child.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That is a beautiful thing to do, to actually put back into the community, because you yourself was in the modeling industry.
Yes.
So you know what it is all about.
Exactly.
Right? So you know what? I want to go over, and I know with Kirsten, I can ask her anything because she's gonna answer. She's gonna answer me. So there are some sad realities in the world of modeling, Kirsty. Right? And many aspiring models work at minimum wage jobs, waiting for their actual breakthrough. Like you are actually waiting for your breakthrough, and there's Jade, there's Jill, there's Miss Sithole that actually wants to get out there and show the world who you are and what potential is locked up within you. But also, sometimes it never comes. Am I right?
Yes.
For a lot of models, that breakthrough just never comes, right? So young women are often used and abused by those in power due to greed, dishonesty, and I call it cutthroat tactics. Am I right?
Yes.
Yes.
So in saying this is to Kirsty, because I know you've been in there and you guys can latch on to this, right? There seems to be an amount of favoritism,
Yes.
abuse, and immoral behaviors in this industry. What will you say about this?
It's definitely true, but I guess it just depends on you as a person. So with me, yes, I've been exposed to a whole lot of things, I've experienced a whole lot of things, and I then decided what works for me and what doesn't. Yes, there are people in power, there's always favoritism.
So can you tell me a little bit where you started off and why will you, just to give some meat onto this answer?
Well, yes, I was with a modeling academy as well, and then after school, I joined a professional modeling agency, and yes, there was favoritism. You don't always get the amount that you need to or that you owed, because obviously you don't work with the finances. You work through a booker, you work through your agent, okay, so it's not directly to you, and there's commission involved. So I think now it's like 30%. With us, it's 30% commission, yes. With my agency before, it was 20%, but like I think now it's like on 30%. So yeah, it's tricky, and like the contracts that you sign, I find people just like sign contracts. They just like sign anything. They're like, yeah, I'm gonna be a professional model. I'm just gonna sign this contract, and yeah, I go. But then they don't know that that there's an underlining in that contract.
Yeah.
So you have to do certain things that you didn't agree to,
Yes.
but you did.
Yes, you
signed the
actually,
contract.
yeah. So you didn't actually read the fine print.
Yes, so you don't read the fine print, but yeah, I can say that, sometimes in the contract it's stated like a certain way, and then the way, when you get paid, or, whenever something happens, and then it's always the opposite. So you can't even go back, because then they keep the contract, and then if you ask for a contract, then it's like, oh, she's, what is happening? She's going to expose us, or stuff like that.
Wow.
So I know a lot of people that it's happened to. It didn't happen to me really, like it happened to me like once, but yeah.
Sure, but it is
just to add on to what you're saying. Some of the girls are in such a desperate need
Absolutely,
for that
yes.
breakthrough.
And you can understand that.
Yes,
You can understand
yes,
it.
that to them, when they do receive the contract,
Yes.
the fine print doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And that's what I say to my girls. Everything that comes to them must go via me. Because I've been there.
Absolutely.
I've bumped my head. I know what fine print can do to you. So if girls have people behind them that is genuinely behind them, that's why I believe that the girls know, when we start practice, we pray. When you have God on your side, that discernment spirit will tell you, this is not for me.
Absolutely,
And
yes.
you move away.
Yes.
So we need to get to that point where our girls understand that we don't need the desperation. We don't need to be desperate anymore. Like Jade said, things have changed. Now get on board with someone that knows the change and that can drive your talent into the
And
right
someone who knows the
direction.
industry
Yes.
and knows the loopholes,
Yes.
the pros and the cons, what you do, what you don't do.
Yes.
Because it is very difficult, because there's a connotation that a connotation that actually, when people hear you a model, they immediately think this one is taking naked pictures now.
Yeah.
She has no respect. She has no shame. She has no modesty for her body. So that is the connotation that people have about a model. If you say, well, my career is modeling, and people look at you, that is the stigma.
Yeah.
You know?
Also, people outside in the world, it's very difficult for them to distinguish the truth and comfortability.
Yes. Yeah.
Because you can be comfortable with something, but is it the truth?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, I'm comfortable with the industry, but is it really truthful? Is it really what is happening? And I think people are not able to discern that, the truth and being honest. The honesty of the industry and like how people are comfortable in it. I think people don't understand that as well.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Fully
That's so
agree.
true.
I think people don't, especially girls that are desperate and want to like really make it, they don't know when to say no.
Yes.
That's
You know,
also
they
true,
think
yes.
they always have to just like please and say, yes, I'll do this, yes, I do that. If it makes you feel uncomfortable, then don't
Step
do
away.
Don't do it, yes.
Because it's the director's job, yes, but
Yes.
he's not giving you the job. He's also working through the brand. The brand also hired him,
Yes.
and you're getting paid from the same person.
Yeah.
So if you don't have to say yes, if you don't want to do anything, so you know, you just have to know that you need to be confident enough.
Yes. I think that's the important thing. Your confidence needs to be on such a point where you are able to step back and say, no, this is not for me.
Exactly.
Irrelevant of how many gigs you've been to, irrelevant of how many no's you've received. You must be able to say, this is not for me. Whether they're giving me 15,000 to do this, it's not for me. And that's what we do. As coaches, we build that confidence where girls are able to stand at an interview and say, you know what, thanks for the offer, but I decline. And walk away poisefully. There's nothing wrong with walking away. Because tomorrow, those directors will say, this one had the confidence to stand her ground. Let's see if we can get something bigger for her.
That's true, That's true.
And
That can open
I
other doors.
also think one thing that should be mentioned is in society, I think we handle models and people who are in industry like a brand and not as a human being, first of all. I think the world that we live in, the fourth industrial world that we're going into and how technology has evolved and social media, I think we handle people more as a brand instead of as a human being. First of all, we have to understand that they're human first of all.
Yes.
Then they're a model. They're
Right.
not just a model and an option or a mannequin.
Yeah.
They
Right.
are human and
Right.
they have certain rights, certain
And they have and they have respect for their bodies. It's
definitely,
not like
definitely.
okay, Joel, you wanted to say something?
I just wanted to add on, it also comes down to knowing yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because before you book any show or any fashion show, your agent comes to you with a brief and tells you, okay, this is what you'll be doing. And I mean, if you know yourself and like Sam said, if you feel like you're not comfortable, say no. And bigger things will come from that. You don't have to do it because you signed with that agency. You can just say no, there's something else. Like
Right.
it's not always about being in your bikini or whatsoever.
Right.
You have a say in it. And I think
Absolutely.
that's what people don't really know about the industry.
Yeah, because you know what? I think it is said that once you signed the contract with an agency, right, that they own you. What can you say?
Well, actually, they kind of do. They do own you, but you know, you don't have to do anything you don't want to.
True.
So
Yeah, because it seems like they control you now.
Yes,
You now must have you must dance according to their rhythms.
So with, you know, we live and we learn, and with the first agency that I signed to, I didn't like what was going on, you know. So then I switched over to another agency, which I'm with right now currently. And before I signed, I sat down with all the bookers and the director, and I was like, listen, these are my terms and conditions. This is what I want. These are my goals. This is what I don't do. So don't send me these type of things, you know. And from there, I think it was fine because we had this understanding.
Right. So you made it clear from
I
the
made
beginning.
it clear
then.
from the beginning that, you know, you're not going to send me to open castings. I don't do open castings,
no.
you know, because I feel like you at that stage in your life where you've already experienced, you know what it is to
Right.
go to an open casting,
Yeah.
you know what it is to go to a request casting. So if you
So explain to us a little bit. Explain to me first and foremost, because there's people out there, maybe their children wants to go into the modeling industry and they don't know really the terms that you guys are using at the moment. So if we talk about an agency and we talk about a booker and we talk about what you said now, so just explain to us.
Okay, so within an agency you find bookers, and a booker is like your like they assign to you, so they get jobs for you. So anyone who wants to book you goes through them. So they will like send your
Resume.
portfolio and all those things, your portfolio, all your details and so forth. So any brand who wants to work with you goes through them and they get you jobs.
Right.
So a casting is like an audition, like an actress goes for an audition. So we go for castings and then they measure you depending on what job it is if it's for a fashion show or for a commercial campaign, whatever. And then sometimes you have to try on clothing, they take pictures, and that's a casting,
Oh, okay.
like an audition.
Right, so what is an open casting?
An open casting, an open casting is where they just send a brief out to all the agencies, and then it will say maybe we need one cappuccino, because they don't say colored, they say cappuccino female or cappuccino male. We need one black male, one Caucasian, you know. And then everyone gets that brief and everyone goes. If you go to the venue, it is so full.
You stand
It is
the
full. You
line.
stand
Really?
the entire day.
Yes.
So I've learned I don't do those anymore, because really anyone can get the job.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so I don't, that's
Right.
casting.
So we have a question here. Someone was asking, do you believe that Miss South Africa Pageants is still relevant, and why?
Well, must I answer?
Whoever wants to answer.
Well, for me, I don't know, I can only speak for myself. So I'm not really like into pageants. When I was with a modeling academy, it was always competitions, not like a pageant vibe. So I'm not really into pageants. Yes, they are still relevant. In terms of it gives you the platform
Oh, okay,
to do
yeah.
more than what an agent, because if you win Miss South Africa, everybody knows you Miss South
Yeah,
Africa.
yeah.
Then you go to Miss Universe, Miss World,
Yeah.
whatever, you know. So it gives you that platform if you want to do bigger things, like maybe you want to sign with a bigger agency, or you just want to do things in the community, whatever, you'll get those contracts,
Oh,
you'll
right.
get sponsors.
All
So,
right, yeah.
It gives you a platform.
Oh, okay, awesome.
I just want to add on. I think the build up to Miss South Africa is still relevant. The girls that they use now, they like go through a program. I know this because I've been part of the Miss South Africa and I've been part of the Mrs. South Africa. So I'm speaking from experience. The build up for you to be a part of the pageant, you have to fulfill certain duties. It's exactly what Miss Teen Miss Teen South Africa is about.
Yeah, I was going
Miss
to go to her
Joburg
now to
is
ask her
about.
what is it.
It's about you and your community and the difference you want to make. The platform is amazing. You get to meet people, you get to socialize with the people in the industry, which helps you as a community builder to then work and make this huger difference that you would like to make. So I've seen that a lot of people are saying that Miss South Africa has lost caliber, has lost standards. And, you know, once you've been in and part of the industry, you'll know exactly what the vision of Miss South Africa is all about. So I think people should just judge based on, now, my winner didn't win. Because the girl that they've chosen is the girl that they feel represents South Africa and the vision that Miss South Africa stands for the best.
Right, so you say it is relevant.
Yes, to me
And it gives a
is.
platform,
I
that's
feel
why.
that as girls, that's part of the pageantry industry. They need to work and focus their eye on Miss SA.
Okay, so to come back to Siphokazi, you are the first girl who's current Miss Teen Universe finalist for 2020. And you actually in it now.
Yes.
So you're gonna go international.
Yes, if we win, I'm going international to Dubai.
So do they only
Finals.
choose one person?
Yes, for now they're going to choose one person out of the 14 contestants will be there.
So
to go
explain
and-
me a little bit about the Miss Teen.
Okay, so Miss Teen is a platform whereby they help children to become who they want to be. It's a platform whereby they help, you do your charity events, they help you, and then when you win the platform, like the Miss Teen crown, you go to Dubai for the finals, and then when you win the finals, that's where you start everything and your duty starts like now.
So do you have to work on your own to generate money, funds?
They give us a sponsorship letter, and then they give us a letter that you can go to and ask for funds. Then they can give you funds.
Oh, I
Yes.
see.
And then you can ask for people in the community.
So
all
do
the
they give you a
brands.
specific amount
No.
to actually make?
Yes, they give you a paper what you need. Maybe you need for your dress, for your accommodation, and for your makeup and all. Then that's when you collect all the amount of money so that you can go to the finals and for the dresses.
And so how do you feel at the moment?
I feel very
going
in the front.
because you never know, you can go international, girl.
Oh,
so
yes.
how do you feel?
I feel very positive because right now with my journey, I've been positive. I've been doing all my charity events. I'm a positive person at the community. People look up to me. So I'm really positive, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yes.
And your aspirations or your dream when you become Miss Teen
Teen
International, what do you call it?
Miss Teen Universe
Universe
South Africa.
South Africa.
Yes.
Yeah.
My thing that I want to be is when I go to Durban to go collect the crown that is coming back.
Right.
I want to
Hey, girl! That's
I want-
confidence. That's confidence.
I want to show people in my community that it's not all about the money or maybe the fame or how big you are. It goes about who you are in self. If you believe in yourself, anyone can be a winner. So yes, that's what I trust in.
Right. And when you get there,
When I get to Miss Teen Universe,
Yeah.
I have to show them already, now, people have to see that I'm already the winner. So whenever I go there, I'm just going to collect my crown and bring it back.
right, girl. I like that spirit. Yo, that's confidence. I love it.
Yes, you-
You must stay like that.
I will thank you.
Never change. Never
Yes.
change. Because that's what you believe.
In, yes.
Right? You
yes.
believe in yourself, and that is mwah,
Yes,
that's
thank
vital.
you.
I like that. I like your spirit. I honestly do. Right, so now I want to go further on here, and anybody can answer this. As a Christian girl, you hear a lot of talk about modesty, right? But no one really defines modesty.
Exactly.
How do you know when a dress is too short? How do you know that when your agency asks you to wear a bikini, right? And someone comes to you who is a Christian, right? And throw stones. What will your answer be to those?
I just want to add on to that. I'd like the girls to answer this question. I was youth leader in 2010, and I was part of the crowning Miss Soweto pageant, and it was live on TV. And we had one episode where I had to be in a bra and a panty, which is a bikini. And the following week, I was called in and said, you have to step down as youth leader, or you have to leave being Miss Soweto. And yeah, there was a bit of a controversy with the pastor and the church, and yeah. So let me get the girls to answer that question, and then I'll give my opinion when I'm done.
what do you swim in, ma'am?
Yeah, exactly.
What do you wear when you go swimming? You know, and it's so weird to me because when I started modeling, I didn't know that all this backlash would come with it.
Yeah.
You know, because I was just like, I'm just a girl trying to follow
Yeah,
my dreams.
yeah.
You know. So yes, there was this one time where I was working for a designer, and I had to wear the bikini, whatever. And I think my mom posted a video, and so did I. Just reposted it on Instagram, and the next day I came to do my duties at church as a Kids Believe leader, and then one of the kids asked me, it's like, so Teacher Kirsty, how come you're a Sunday school leader and you're a model? And I was just like, well, okay, where did that come from? We were just supposed to speak about Jonah and the whale. But
So obviously there was a talk
Yeah,
somewhere.
But it's like, what do you swim in, you know? And the main focus is the swimwear. Yes, you're gonna go out and you're going to buy it as well, but I mean that doesn't make me less of a person. I still have
Absolutely, yes.
morals. I
Yes,
still
yes,
have
yes.
values, you know. I'm not gonna go out there and party all night and you know, drink all night with friends and like, you know, do drugs or whatever. I still got morals and values.
Yes.
I'm gonna go home afterwards
It's not going to change you.
and watch a soccer match with my dad.
Exactly.
And sit in front of a computer, you know. So I don't understand it and why people are so against it. Do you know what I mean? And like I said, it depends on you. So if you don't like it, if you're a Christian model and you don't like the swimwear, you don't like the lingerie, then don't do it.
Yeah,
You don't
don't
have
do
to
it.
do it if you don't want to. Just say no, it's not your thing, and then go to the next job. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that's
It's
just my
so
take.
crucial what she's saying. There's going to be backlash.
Yeah.
Whether you are in a dress or
Yeah.
a crop top or a
Oh.
bikini, just the fact that jy is die pastoor se kind, maar jy's op die
Absolutely.
stage met you know. So as a model yourself, you need to build your confidence in such a way that whatever you're wearing at that moment, if you are comfortable, put the rest behind you. You have to still understand, Pastor, that this is your job.
Yeah.
You get paid for it. Just as I go to the bank to open an account, that lady gets paid to open my account.
Right.
Just as much as they get paid, you get paid for the job. It is in your onus to say, this is a bit too revealing. May we please add a piece of something just to cover me
Cover it,
up,
yeah.
and then I'll be able to walk on stage. If you are comfortable, it's irrelevant what everybody else says. We need to come past the point where we are pleasing everybody. We are not a bottle of wine.
Right.
Ons kan nie almal happy maak.
Yes. Yeah, and in life it is like that.
Yes.
Whatever.
Yeah.
You know, people will always have
Exactly.
something to say, whether it's good or bad.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And if a person make room for that,
Yeah.
it can just help you as the
Exactly.
individual. You know what I'm saying? You wanted to say something, Jade?
As a pastor's child, it's been very difficult for me because a lot of stones and rocks were thrown at me. A lot of stones and rocks were thrown at me.
Yeah.
So as a pastor's child, it was very difficult. I just feel like it's a problem in society about women alone. I think women are not allowed to feel confident about their bodies or their sexuality, and it's a problem in society. And I mean, if a man would just take off his shirt, it would be okay.
Yes.
But
Yes,
if a woman
yes.
would walk
Yes,
in-
yes.
It's a problem.
Yes.
So it's a problem of
How can she?
exactly, and how sexuality in our community is
Right.
very, stigmatized.
Yes.
And yeah, it's just something a notion that people have to jump into and just get along with the times.
Yes.
And people need to change their mindsets.
Yeah, they have
That's
to.
important.
Because I also think that wearing the bikini, it's only for 5 minutes. You're not going to be the whole day or the whole show. It's just you get on, you walk, you get off, you change. So with this industry, like mostly church people throw rocks and stuff at us because now they think that okay, now you're doing that, so it means after the show there's an after party.
Yes.
So you're gonna go and drink, you're gonna go and party because you're a model.
Yeah, you say, because they say there is a notion that goes around that says that when you're in the modeling industry or in the arts per se, that they all on drugs, they all party and stuff like that, you know. So they immediately assume that you are part of this.
Because you're so comfortable in your body. So it's like, okay, why is she so comfortable? She must be using something.
And another thing, Pastor, there's nothing wrong with a model being at the after party. Let me just correct that, because this is where networking happens.
Right.
You meet the elite of the elite.
Very true.
It's how you as a Christian model then behave. It's like a church. Ons eet nou almal saam by die kerk afterwards. It's how you behave at the party that will determine who you are.
Exactly.
So people's assumptions needs to change. The mindset needs to change. People will only talk about these things because they don't know how hard, first of all, we work to get that one job.
Right.
How much time and effort we put in just to be scouted by that one person. You know, like Kirsten was saying, the queues are long at open auditions, but you're so determined to be there. Jade has lost so many pageants, but she was determined to be there. So people just see this stereotyping, the behind the scenes, what dieners we op drugs, dieners, you know, they don't see what we actually put in order for us to make that one show that David Tlale is hosting.
Right. So you were on the David Tlale show and you loved it.
Yes, I worked for David Tlale, the King David Tlale. I was so excited. I put down one job to be at David Tlale because they called me the morning and I was supposed to be somewhere else. And then when my agency called and said, listen, David asked if you could walk. And I went to the casting, but then I was late with some other friend of mine. And then she got the job and I didn't. And I was devastated, obviously. But in the morning, my agency called and asked if David like wants me to walk and stuff. And I was so excited. I canceled the other job. I was like, yes, I'll be there. What time? And then I got done and, you know, ordered the Uber and I was on my way. And I got to his offices and I saw him like walking up the stairs and like in my head I just heard,
Very good.
I was so excited, but yeah, it was such an amazing experience. He's such a nice person to be around, you know, very humble, and you know, his energy is amazing.
Really?
So amazing.
That's the thing.
So why do you get so excited when we speak about David Tlale?
I mean, he's a king. He's a king. He's a legend.
Like
he's a goat.
He's a goat.
He's so exclusive that he doesn't even do SA Fashion Week.
Yes.
So I casted for SA Fashion Week, didn't make it, but then I worked for David Tlale and I was like,
Can you imagine?
Oh,
that?
Fashion Week's
Never mind.
because he doesn't do SA Fashion Week, so yeah, that's why wow, he's amazing.
I just
That's
think
wonderful.
his designs and how he creates is so elite and
it's got a
it's
different
unexplainable.
mind.
Yeah, he's got a different mind in his fabrics, in his couture, in his silhouettes. All of those things is just mind-blowing.
Listen, that material
Really?
is heavy.
I wanna ask you, Siphokazi. Yes. I wanna ask you, listening to all these girls here, do you want to take modeling as a career, or what do you want to do with modeling?
I think, I want to take it as a career because of like when you win a pageant, and like a big pageant, then it gives you a platform to go out and like be who you want to be to the community. Like I want to be a social worker, so modeling and social work is going to work together because I want to work in the children who are mostly raped and to get them in a welfare, which means that while I'm being a social worker, I can also do my charity work and tell the people that through modeling you can also fulfill your career dreams and all that in one.
Okay, so you actually want to use the modeling industry to actually create that platform so that others can see that this is possible. Look at me.
Yes.
So you want to be the real model,
Yes.
per se,
Yes.
She
right?
wants to be Miss World.
The current Miss South Africa, she stands up highly for mental health.
Yes.
And she's also very educated. She
Right.
has
Super.
her degree in economics
Yeah.
and business
Yeah.
and politics.
Yeah.
So she's very educated,
Yes.
and she's also engaged in social issues and social development and
Yes.
things in the community.
So it is very important also to actually educate yourself so that you
Yes.
can know when you get out there.
Yes. Yeah.
So Miss Sithole, are you in matric this year?
Yes, I'm in matric this
Right?
year. Yes.
And you're gonna I wanted
Ace
to
it.
say slut it.
Yeah, but
So you're gonna eat it, right?
Yes, I'm gonna ace
you're
it.
gonna pass with distinction,
With
girlfriend,
distinctions,
right?
yes.
So that you get out there, and say,
tell the
listen,
youth,
yeah,
education is also the key to success.
I love
If
it.
you
Beauty
were
with
I love it.
That
I
is
love
one
it.
of my criteria.
And it's gonna make
Yes.
money. It's gonna make money,
Yes,
girl.
too much.
My girls know my criteria for them to be a part of my academy. They need to average at least 65%.
Yes.
If you fail a test a week before the pageant, you are not competing on that stage. Whether we paid 5,000 Rand entry fee, you name it, I don't care. Your grades is more important to me. So I always tell them, look at all the Miss South Africas.
Yes.
All of them are qualified.
Yes.
All of them are educated.
Yes, yeah.
Why do you want to come here with Fafi numbers and be a Miss who I don't believe in that.
Right.
stuff,
So okay.
Oh, I see. People always have the stigma about models that they're dumb.
Yes.
And all they have
Yes,
is the
it's
pretty
true.
face
Yeah,
and the
yeah,
nice
it's a
bodies.
fact. Yeah.
You know, all they say is yes and amen
Yeah,
and whatever.
yeah.
No, like I'm
We are
educated. We are all
educated,
educated.
yes.
Yes.
My colleagues, you know, we study. You know, we
Yeah.
go to uni. We study online. We're very educated. So no, we're not just the pretty face and.
And I
a
think
nice-
if people engage in these conversations and make
Yeah.
people aware that
Yeah.
we are here and
we are
are
smart.
Yeah, we're smart.
we're smart and we're educated and we are able to engage in certain issues in society, and we're not just an object.
Yeah.
Okay, so I like this to end it off. I like this that this was a anonymous person that I found, and she put it so nicely. She says, as a Christian girl, you hear a lot of talk about modesty, but nobody really defines it. She says, how do you know when the dress is too short, as I asked you guys, right? She also says, who defines the shortness of the dress?
Exactly.
Right? It reminds me of years back in the church where someone came. This was an unchurched girl, and she came to church, and one of the ushers took the prayer cloths, and she went to go throw it. Ooh, and it was a whole big thing. So, who actually have the right to define the shortness of the dress, she asks, right? She says some people will argue that God sees our heart and not what we wear. She says, but as a child of God, there's really an unspoken dress code, not defined by man or by a church, as Kirsten says, but by one's heart. Gillian said the same thing, and Jade said the same thing. And that is so true.
Yes.
It is the conviction of the heart that will tell you whether I can wear this thing or not. Am I right?
Yes,
As you
yes.
rightfully said, Sam,
Yes.
that you have the spirit of discernment that can actually tell you this is not for me. And then she goes further. She says, we must also remember that modesty is more than just what you wear.
Yes.
It's your mannerisms.
Yes, true.
It is those talents and those potentials that is hidden within you that you want to let out. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So hence, you can find someone wearing shorts, wearing a short dress, wearing a bikini, walking around at the beach, right, in that bikini costume, who's more modest,
Yes.
who models with a bikini, who models with lingerie, and who's more modest than someone wearing a fully covered dress from head to toe.
Yes.
Yeah. The person with the dress on can hide in that dress.
Yes, definitely.
The person, en moet my nie met klippe gooi nie, né? The person, I'm just talking about character, yeah.
Yes.
This is about attitude.
Yes.
This is about who you know you are.
Yes.
That girl that is locked up deep inside of you who wants to come out. As Miss Sithole is, she's going to show them, she's going to get that crown.
Yes.
She's going to fetch that crown, right?
Yes.
And as all these girls sitting here, they know who they are. Therefore, they're going to go for what they believe is locked up inside of them.
Yes.
They're going to prove to the world. They're going to show the world that, listen here, this is who we are.
Yes.
This is what we aspire in this world to become one day. And believe you me, you're going to see more of them.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Oh yes.
You're going to see them. You're going to see them on the stages. You're going to see them not also on the only on the stages, but you're going to see them perform on your television screens, and you're
Yes.
going to say,
Magazines.
"Wow,
Covers.
girlfriend, I didn't know you're going to go that far."
Far, yes.
Right? So yeah, the girl in the dress. I salute you, girlfriend. That's who you are.
Yeah.
But never judge another girl for what she wants to become in life.
Yes.
And with that, I want to say, may the Lord grant us grace never to judge another person.
Yes.
But to help one another, because we are our sister's keeper.
Yes.
And you know, if my sister wants to achieve something in life, man, applaud her. Say, go girl, take the stage. And that is exactly what we want in South Africa, in the world per se, right? So last remarks, and then we're closing the show. Siphokazi, if you can give us last remarks, and then everybody goes, and we're gonna say goodbye to
Okay,
everybody.
I just want to tell all the girls and the young boys in the world that don't care what people say about you. Always go for what is inside of you. Then you'll achieve everything beyond people's explanation.
Wonderful, awesome.
I just want to say, yeah, like she said, be yourself, be confident, know your worth. That is very important
Yes.
to know your worth. And yeah, just, the sky's the limit. You can do anything you want to as long as you stay true to who you are and stand firm in your beliefs and you are confident in who you are.
Awesome.
I don't want to say much. I just want to say believe in God, and I want to leave you guys with my favorite motto. Life is too short, do big things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to say always have God on your side. Whatever you do, put him first. He'll lead you. And never dream small, dream big. Like they said, sky is the limit.
Yes.
I think I've said a lot, Pastor. But all that I want to say is don't be scared. Fear is not from God. It's from the devil. So a lot of stigma type has been discussed here. We've discussed a lot about how people perceive us as the girls or us as models. And all I can say is, like the girl said, if you believe in God and you believe that this is the passion you have, go for it. Irrelevant of who says what, stay on your knees and have yourself as this believer and make that difference. You are the only one standing in your way.
Awesome. Wonderful. We came to the end of a beautiful show here this morning, and we want to thank you that you tuned in. Never forget that the world is your oyster. You can do exceedingly, abundantly, above what you ask or even think of. God can perform it for you.
Amen.
So never ever go and just please people. Don't be a people pleaser, man. Stand out. Come on, girls. Arise and shine, for your light has come. From my side and all the girls, we love you. God loves you best. Go in the peace of the Lord. Mwah.
In the shadow, as I look upon my life, in the shadow, there's a passion inside. Heaven knows I'm living my dreams. In the shadow, as I look upon my life, passion inside. Heaven knows I'm living